It's like magic, like a magic eraser. Alright you guys, let's just jump right into this because as always, your girl is pressed for time. So I'm going to start with my eyeshadow and I'm going to be applying the NARS Complete Concealer in Biscuit. And you guys know I like to use this on my lids just to kind of prime them for shadow. I don't really see myself doing anything too strategic with the eyeshadow today, especially because I already have these lashes on, which by the way, it is my DIY at home lash extensions. I've been pretty into this type of style. I haven't been applying false lashes with glue or strip lashes like you normally would for a while. I am gonna apply just a little bit to my little dots up here, if you will, just a little bit on my forehead. I'll go over this a little later when we actually get to the base makeup, but I'm just gonna tap a little of this concealer on my forehead area. So it's gonna look a little crazy right now, but I want to kind of combat some of that redness that's up here, and then just kind of give that time to just like sit on the skin while we do our eyeshadow. So the palette I pulled out for eyeshadow today, again, we're not doing nothing crazy, is this one from Urban Decay. This is the Honey palette. So this is that. And we're just gonna focus more so like on the brown shades. So let me grab a fluffy brush and I'm gonna start with a little bit of Hive, which is, no, that's Drip. Hive, which is this one right here. And I'm just gonna fluff this into my crease just to get a nice transition going. This is a really, really pretty, just like transition color. It's not too dark, but it's also not too light as well. It does create some type of definition. So if I wanted to, I could, in fact, just go in with this shadow by itself. But, of course, we're not just gonna leave it with just one shadow. But it's really beautiful on its own. So I'm just gonna get a little darker and more cooler in tone. I'm gonna now take Drip, which is right underneath it, this shadow right here, and I'm gonna place that on my lid and crease, and I'm just gonna use the same brush, focusing on the outer corner first and just blending inwards. Just really kind of going for like a smoky kind of look, if you will. Taking a mixture of both colors, I'm going in with a little bit of a smaller brush just to tap this on halfway through my lid, leaving that front 1/3 kind of blank, if you will. Now taking Sweet, which is this one here at the top that's a little bit lighter in color. I'm gonna use this on a fluffy brush as well, but a different one, of course. Clean, always clean. And I'm gonna use this at the top just to kind of blend this a little more. Now I'm gonna take Keeper, which is more of like an orange neutral shade, and I'm going to tap this in the inner part of the eye just to kind of lighten this area up a little bit and add like a little bit of orange vibes, if you will. So just tapping. The last shadow I'm going to use to kind of brighten things up is this one right here. That is called Swarm, and it's a little bit of a lighter orange than the previous shadow. And I'm using kind of like a flat brush, if you will, to just tap this on to the inner 1/3 of the eye. This definitely should help brighten it up a little bit more than the other one did, just to give slight contrast to the overall eyeshadow look. But seriously, super simple and easy, straightforward. And I feel like something like this you can just pair with any outfit. You don't have to think twice about what you're putting on, and that's why I love it. So that's really it for the eyeshadow for now. Very effortless, like I said. Now let's move into the skin. I'm going to start with my hyaluronic acid spray from ColourPop. You guys know I love this stuff. I'm basically using this as my primer, if you will, for today. I feel like my skincare products are so good that I don't necessarily need an actual primer before I do my makeup. So I'm just going to let this sink and sit on the skin for a little bit, and then we can get into the other products. A product I've been really big on these days is this Fenty Bright Fix. I have mine in the shade Honey, which is number 10. And I like to use this not only underneath my eyes, but to just kind of color correct and conceal in areas other than my under eyes that I feel need it. So I will be putting some on my forehead. But I like to take some on the back of my hand, and I like to grab a small brush of some sort just to kind of apply it where I want it. Is it raining? I think an airplane is driving by or something. I feel like this stuff just like instantly gives you a nice bright under eye, makes you look more awake, and I'm so obsessed with this product. Now I don't know if I said yet, which I probably haven't, but basically I'm getting ready because me and my twin sister are going to be hanging out for a little bit. We're going to be going to Sephora, which the girls love that. We have a new Sephora opening in our area, so I want to pop in and see what it's looking like and potentially pick up some new products so that way I can, you know, test out some new makeup. I have not bought makeup in I don't know how long. I feel like every time I sit down to do my makeup, I'm always saying that, but I have yet to still buy new makeup products other than 1 or 2 products. And I want to get a couple more before I do like a full, maybe not a full try on video or first impressions, but I do want to have more than just 2 products to test out. So we'll see what we find. Hopefully we get some good stuff, and then we're gonna go to lunch, of course, because I'm always hungry. So, well, I'm not always hungry. These days I'm always hungry because I'm eating healthier, but you get it. It's something about eating healthy that just makes you more hungrier. Like, how does that work? But anyways, let's move to some foundation that I was not going to put on to begin with, but then I was like, let me do a little foundation just to, you know, give the girls a little bit more of a beat. So I'm going to be using the Pat McGrath Labs foundation. Mine is in medium 15. I hope this matches me because I did go to the beach and tan a little, but we'll see. I don't plan on using too much of this. Literally, I just did like the tiniest pump on my hand, and I'm going to swirl my brush in this and get it nice and saturated. And then I'm just going to strategically apply this kind of like on the outer part of my face. I want coverage, but I don't want too much coverage. And this foundation is nice because you can build it up to what you want it to be. So if you don't want too much, you can just apply a little bit, and then you'll have more of like a skin tint kind of coverage, if you will. I like to just tap on top with a damp sponge just to make sure everything's really penetrating the skin the way it needs to, and just setting and sitting instead of just like sitting on top of the skin and sliding around. Nobody wants that. So a damp sponge will just help to really just like press everything in. So now moving into concealer, I'm going to use this one from NARS. This is their Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Medium 3, which is Praline. This does kind of give me a little bit of a bright under eye, so I'm just going to put a little bit. I just feel like I need a little bit of concealer, nothing too heavy. So I'm just going to leave it like that. And I'm going to take my foundation brush to press this in to start, and then of course, as I always do, I like to go on top with my sponge just to make sure everything is blended nicely. What have you guys been getting into lately? What's going on for summer for you? Are you guys taking any trips? Like, fill me in. If you guys watch my vlogs, I've been just so consumed with house stuff. I get a chance every now and then to just like live life and go out and do things, but for the most part we've been focusing on just getting our home together, and it's definitely coming along. I'm really excited about it. I just really cannot wait until the rest of our furniture gets here. They're still within their time frame though, so patience is everything. Again, I'm going to go in with my setting mist just to spray. This really helps lock my makeup in throughout the day so that it doesn't budge or anything. Just constantly putting setting spray after, before I apply foundation, after the foundation, after the concealer. Again, when I'm finished, it really helps melt things. Can I talk? What? It really helps to melt the products down and make them blend a lot easier and better and seamlessly, and it locks everything into place all day as well. So highly recommend using a setting spray throughout your makeup routine. Now, before I get into cream contour and all of that, I do want to take some of my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder. Wow, that's a long name. But this powder right here, I do want to take some of that. I'm going to use my brush and I'm going to tap underneath my eyes, most importantly, just to kind of set that down, and my T-zone. I don't always add powder. Well, with foundation I do, but if I wasn't using any foundation, I would not add powder because I don't really need it. My skin has definitely been more so dry lately, but I do like a matte look. So when I want something that's a little bit more matte and not super glowy and dewy, I definitely use powder. So you see what that did for my face? It just, everything looks a little bit nicer now that I've used a little bit of powder. This by far is my favorite like pressed powder of all time. I haven't found anything else that's like my go-to all the time. Now I'm going to take some of the Huda Beauty Cream Contour or Tantour, and this is in the shade Fair. Again, just using the same brush. Well, actually I have two here, so I'm going back and forth between the two with product, but nonetheless, still kind of using the same brushes, and I'm just going to press this on lightly. I don't want a deep contour or anything like that, just a little definition. So doing it this way allows me a little bit more control than I would if I were to do it any other way. So I do want to add a little bit more of like a warmer bronzer, if you will. I'm going to use the ABH bronzer in Saddle. It's not super warm or anything, but it's a little bit warmer than that cream contour that we just used, just to help create that definition. Just going to apply a little bit of this. Taking some of that on my nose just to kind of chisel this out a bit. I'm not even going to hold y'all. My hair has been getting on my nerves since the beginning of this video. Finally bit the bullet and put it up. I'm going to wear it up anyways. So let's move in now to what did I do with it? My cream blush. Oh, here it is. So I'm going to use a little bit of blush. I'm going to be using this one from Rare Beauty in the shade Love, which is like this, I don't know, orange kind of color. It's a little deep, but you only need a little bit. Again, just using the same brushes that I have in front of me. I have other brushes right there, but I refuse to dirty more brushes than necessary. That's one thing about me. I have realized I do not enjoy cleaning my brushes, so therefore, if I can use like one or two brushes when I do my makeup, I'm gonna do it. Oh my gosh, this blush is so pretty. I really like it. It's not like super pink, but it's not like really orange. It's kind of in the middle, if you ask me. And it's just really, really pretty. And it definitely is making me look very flushed with color. I am going to put a little bit on my temples, not too much. You guys know blush is the first thing to fade, so it may look like a lot, but trust me, it's not. And then this is the other brush. So this is the brush I used to go in with the blush in the first place, which the name is rubbed off, but I know this is the e.l.f. one. And this one is, no, I lied. This is IT Cosmetics. This is e.l.f. So since I used this one for my powder, I'm just going on top of it just to help blend it in a little more. As you can see, just very beautiful, very stunning. And I feel like it really gives the face a little bit of a snatch in its own way. So now that I have my blush, I can finish off with some highlight. I put two highlights out here. I have this palette from Sephora that I don't think they sell anymore, not this specific one. It's supposed to be their blush palette, but you guys know I love that golden shade in there for highlight. I also pulled out Flaunt by Selena Gomez, the Rare Beauty, but I think I'm going to use the powder because it's a little less vibrant. I mean, it gives you that nice dewy glow feel, but it's not overpowering. So I'm going to take some of that and of course put it on my nose, my Cupid's bow, down the bridge. And I am going to, oh, I forgot to show you guys my little trick, if you will. So what I like to do, normally I do this when I was actually doing my concealer, but we're just going to apply a little bit of concealer to our hand, just very little. I'm going to take this brush that I used previously for concealer for my eyelids. So to kind of give you like a seamless blend with your shadow, so you don't really tell where the foundation starts and the eyeshadow ends, I'm going to take this. I've rubbed it in the product quite a bit. Wow, look at my tan line. Focus. Okay. Now I'm going to take this and I'm just going to run it up here. This is just going to help to kind of give it more of like a seamless blend. I would actually prefer to do this with a little bit more of a fluffier brush, but do what works for you. Bam. It's like magic, like a magic eraser. Cute. She's cute. We like her. Okay, now I'm going to set one more time with this, just to melt everything in. So I do want to add a little color on my lower lash line, so I'm just going to take a mixture of the shadows that we used on the upper lid. So first Hive, and I'm just going to apply a little bit down here, just to give it more of like a fuller look, if you will. This is 9 times out of 10 what I do when I wear eyeshadow at all. Unless it's like, nope, I lied. Even when I do just like a little bronzer in my crease, I still drag it down. I don't know. It just makes the look more complete in my opinion. And then to finish off the lashes, I am lastly going to add some of this one from Marc Jacobs. It's like a little mini. I don't remember where I got this from, but I'm just going to apply this on the lower lash. And finally, I know I was missing something because I was looking at myself in the mirror and I'm like, something ain't right. I'm missing my eyeliner. So I'm going to use my favorite, which is the LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liner in Nude. It's a lip liner, I know. If you're new here, I use this lip liner as an eyeliner. I never use it for my lips. So there's that. And I'm just going to pop this right here, just to open up the eyes a bit. That mirror is too far away from me. I need to be a little closer. I'm not trying to poke my eye out. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I was doing my makeup today and I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work. But at the end of the day, it looks good. There's always a scary part to makeup for me. Alright, I'm just gonna pop some of my Lanage lip sleeping mask on. You guys know this is like my go-to for everything. Actually, I think I'm gonna do without the Lanage for now. I think I'm actually gonna wear a matte lipstick. I'm feeling matte pink perhaps. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But I'm gonna get my hair done. I'm gonna throw my outfit on and share that with you guys, as well as my fragrance. And then that'll be that. But this is it for the makeup beat. I think it's cute. Let me know what you guys think. So I've done my hair in like this slick back bun. Don't mind the little shadow of my body behind me. It's because I have the light set up right there. I really need to work on this little setup when I show my outfits or whatever. But this is what we're working with for now. So my top is from TJ Maxx, both of them. The little, I don't know, this is actually a sports bra, but I'm using it kind of like a shirt. And this big shirt is also from TJ Maxx. I did get this in an extra large because I like the bigger fit. I have on my mom jeans from, where are these from? Primark. is where these are from, and they are a little bit more of like a tighter fit. I should have gotten a size up, but nonetheless, I'm going to be wearing these. They have some ripped detailing in the jeans, which I love. And then for shoes, I just have on my little Michael Kors chancletas, and of course I'm carrying my MK purse. I decided to pair it with this green one, not that it like matches in the sense of same color, but because these are all neutrals, a nice little pop of color is cute, and it matches the shoes, of course. And then for jewelry, I just have on this gold bracelet and then some rings that I got from Target, which honestly I need to replace at this point, but this is the outfit. And let me put my purse down. And then for fragrance, we are wearing this one from ZARA. It's called Dress Time. Smells so good. Hopefully you guys can see that. Alright beauties, so this is everything finished and complete. I've shown you guys the makeup, the outfit, and even my fragrance, which smells so good as I sit here right now. But I have to leave now and meet up with the twin sister. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As always, I have fun doing stuff like this. And as you guys can see, I did not do a lip combination whatsoever. I think I'm just going to leave it like this. I have to put a mask on anyways. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you all, and I will catch all of you hopefully in the next upload.